What's up guys, Samthedingus here for a tutorial on the aerial. So the aerial is basically just a cartwheel without using your hands at all, so it is mandatory that you know how to do a cartwheel before this. And also it would be good if you knew how to do a beat kick, since an aerial is just more over your head kind of beat kick. But also, if you can do a Webster, that'll help, but it's not mandatory. So, like I said, you need a cartwheel for this. So, right off the bat, you should be able to do a cartwheel. You should know what side is your comfortable side. Just start with that. Really easy. And then after that, do the same thing, a cartwheel, but only with one arm. So do the arm that's closest to you when you do your cartwheel. So, down, up. And the slightly harder version of that is the same thing, except use your far arm. So, now I'm not going to touch with this hand, I'm going to touch with this hand. So, one arm drills are good because one, it teaches you to not use each individual hand, but also it teaches you some of the kind of dynamics of how the aerial works, and that you have to get your legs up fast and then keep them swinging all the way through. And then once you can do both of those, try doing the first one again and see if you can get good power out of it. Like, I want you to go for it, get your legs up fast, and then swing them around and land fast like this. Because again, that'll teach you how much power you need to use, because at first the aerial does require a lot of power and flexibility. Now for the actual technique of the flip. Since this is a running flip, well, I will do a standing tutorial as a follow-up to this video, but for now, this is a running flip, so you need to know how to block. I've explained this in my front flip tutorial, but essentially when you're running, you just put your 2 feet out in front of you. You just kind of want your feet to come in at kind of an angle. You don't want them to be directly under you when you're doing this, or else you'll just go forward and it'll make it really hard to do this. From here, you can defer in your technique and how you do it. So I'm just going to teach you the way I do it, because when I learned it, I wasn't very flexible. You do your block, and this back leg comes up. This is why I recommend a Webster, because it'll get you a lot of the leg strength you get from doing that a lot. So Webster down will help. So that here, you're dipping your chest down, not all the way to the floor, but if you keep it too high, you won't go anywhere either. So you're dipping down, this leg is coming up, and then as you jump with your back leg and as this leg is reaching its highest point, then what I do, which again you can change the way you do this, is I like to pull up with my arms so I don't reach down and touch my hands. So like this. Make sure that you're swinging this first leg fast, and then you're also jumping and swinging this leg fast. And with the aerial, it's really a lot to think about at first, so it is very difficult, but it just takes muscle memory and then changing your technique a little bit to get the hang of it. So, and then as you're ready for the landing, you should come out at a 180 from where you started from. So if I come in aerial here, I'll come out of it this way, and then you want to just pull your feet under. You just really make sure you kick your feet down hard. Now for another demonstration from a few different angles. Once again, I'm going to very quickly go through this and one last progression. So, you run, you block, kick, up high and hard, and then when you jump, pull your arms up to give you height and to stop you from touching the floor. Your kicking leg will land first on the other side after a 180. You should just attempt this move a lot, and don't get mad at yourself for putting your hands down a lot. It's good for teaching you technique, because then you can just give it everything you want and then just touch your hands if you don't do it right. So it's really easy to fix, whereas with a flip that's like a front flip, you can get hurt a lot more from doing it. So aerial is a great flip for starting out. Another good progression, if you can't do it, like you're touching with your hands and it's not working, is try it off of a little bit of height. You do the exact same technique basically, and then the only difference is that you kind of slow down your kick once you get over. So you kick up the same and everything, but then once you're on your way to landing, you kind of slow down, because aerials, like backflips from height, are very easy to over rotate. You have to kind of control it a little more. If you get this down very well, or you already have it down and you're just looking to refine your technique a little bit, I'm going to make a follow-up tutorial to this, which I've said earlier in the video, which I'll be teaching how to do it standing, which is significantly more difficult, but it's worth the effort. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.